Wake Up Tucson, it's your town. Get up and get involved. It's Wake Up Tucson with Chris DeSimone and Joe Higgins.
A little less conversation, a little more action, please. All this aggravation ain't satisfaction in me. A little more bite, a little less bite, a little less.
All righty, guys. 7:07 in the Wake Up Tucson show. Coming back for the second hour, the most important hour. This is like Friday, even though it's Wednesday. So we're going to call it the best hour of your week. It's called the Power Hour. There it is, Ed. Thank you.
Hey, welcome back to the Wake Up Tucson show. He is Joe Higgins. And we played Joe's. We had to play his Thanksgiving game of football out today because he's not going to do it tomorrow.
That's right. We usually go out on the golf course at my folks' house. My cousins and all the kids, and we play a little two-hand touch.
Yeah, like sort of like the Kennedys
right
back
exactly.
then. Yeah. Okay.
I did hug Joe before we out in the parking lot.
Not this year though. We're not doing it this year.
It was merely platonic. 790-2040. Before we get to the phone call, real quick, because it's Tia Gloria. Maximiliano over at Pima County Information Services, you want to start recording in about a minute, okay?
You got to hit them both at the same time, play and record. You
That's
can't
true.
Just hit record.
Well, he uses a computer.
Oh, it's new.
Before we get to Allie Miller, let's get to Tia Gloria. We got to talk to Tia before Thanksgiving. Tia Gloria, what's up, woman?
Hey.
Well,
I've been up all night because they gave me oxycodone for my surgery, and I've been up literally all night. I never went to sleep.
Oh, no. Did you have a surgery already, or it's coming?
She had it.
Oh, you had
it? No, I had it.
Oof.
Oh, my gosh. Anyway, I have to have green bean casserole with those crispy onion rings. My mother-in-law made it, and you have to make it with Italian canned green beans.
All right.
You cannot use the regular kind, and for crying out loud, don't use fresh. I did one year. What a horrible experience.
Italian green beans. All right, where do you get them? Are they at the normal stores?
Any grocery store has them. But this other woman said to me, oh, yes, these are the only ones you should use for the casserole. The other thing is you need to have a little bowl of black olives.
Oh, yeah, any olives is good, yeah.
Yeah, but black. My mother-in-law always had black olives.
Yeah. My in-laws are from Maine. They always have to have the black olives. And for me, black olives are basically black pieces of styrofoam in olive shape.
Oh, no.
Don't say that around Teddy.
Black olives, green olives are all good.
Yeah. I like all other olives except those.
You know what? They got these really green olives my wife's been getting at Costco. And
I know the ones you're talking about.
What are those?
I don't know what the name is, but I know they're making a comeback. So.
All right.
So.
All right. Well, have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
You too, Gloria.
You too, Gloria. Happy Thanksgiving to you and Teddy and the family.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care, dear.
Thank you.
She's healing up from the shoulder surgery. Is not fun. So. Happy Thanksgiving and good morning to Supervisor Allie Miller. How are you, lady?
Good morning. I'm very well, thank you.
I'm sorry.
I can certainly sympathize with Tia Gloria on her shoulder surgery.
You've had something similar?
I've been getting injections in my left shoulder.
Oh, okay.
And it's owie.
Yeah.
Really
now, there's some things we do at our clinic that you all should know about. This is called platelet-rich plasma, where you take your blood out, you spin off the platelets, and you put it in the joint. And
I saw that Stephen King novel.
Actually works really, really well. You do it for knees and shoulders. And Dr. Gerhauser, who worked at Canyon Ranch for 100 years, he's the surgeon or the doctor for the Tucson Marathon and El Tours and things like that. He's real big in this, so it really helps.
Wow, maybe I'll check that out.
Very, very cool. All right, Allie, what's on the docket today? We always appreciate your updates, being the lone wolf / troublemaker on the Pima County Board of Supervisors.
I'm the wolf down there. I'm the lamb and the wolves. Actually, I kind of like to talk about what happened to me with the Republican Club of Green Valley Sarita.
Green Valley, hold it. This is something Joe and I have been promoting for weeks. That
I know you have.
They're doing an event. Let's do a little. Let's go to backstory, Joe. He's the classy backstory here.
There's Republican clubs all over the region. The Green Valley one had an event regarding it was their Lincoln Day dinner, which is kind of the big annual thing for each of these Republican Party clubs. And the one down there that you got asked at one point to be the keynote speaker because it had to do with the Republicans' war on women or political war on women?
It was to debunk the myth of the Republican war on women.
Oh, okay.
And I was invited about 2 months ago. It was early September.
Okay.
I did not go and ask them. I was sitting at an event, and I was approached by Mr. Richard Newman, who's the vice president of the club, and he said, we're going to be doing this event. It's debunking the Republican myth myth of the Republican war on women, and we'd love to have an elected Republican woman.
I'm trying to think of who
host.
is an elected Republican woman from Southern Arizona other than you.
Oh, there's not a lot of them, but
No.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of legislature.
I
who
would
else
say
you
your
think?
only ones would be some of your like Beth Ford
Beth
Oh, yeah,
Ford,
Beth.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
You know.
Tony Helen.
Tony Helen, yeah.
and
Yeah.
then Linda Arzamani.
Yeah,
and
Linda.
Armenian, yeah.
Armenian.
Good. Sorry, all three are. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Good call.
But they've been around so long, they're like old, comfortable furniture.
No, we know them well.
So, so anyway, so you were invited. Is Sharon Engel also was supposed to come to this?
Sharon Engel was going to be the guest speaker, and I was going to be the host.
Okay.
So I was just thrilled to be invited, and I was also approached by the president of the club, Kay Kohler, who just said she was absolutely thrilled that I was invited
Awesome.
and that I had accepted to do this. So
I
this
thought
was
there's
supposed
is
to
there a
happen.
butt? Is there a butt in the story? Is there a butt?
There is a
coming?
butt in the story.
Oh,
We're ready for the butt. This is supposed to occur in February.
Okay.
But on October 29th, I receive a letter in the mail, and if you want me to read it real quickly, I can.
Let's hear it.
Dear Supervisor Miller, it's from the Republican Club of Green Valley. Regretfully, I must withdraw our invitation to serve as Mistress of Ceremonies at the Lincoln Reagan Luncheon in February. This was a difficult decision for the board to make and took several heated discussions to resolve. The final solution was to have the officers of the club assume the duties. Please excuse this rather enigmatic letter, but the deliberations of the board on this matter are best not discussed. Again, my
Wow.
apologies for having to be the bearer of the unfortunate news, signed by Richard Newman, the vice president, who invited me. No phone number.
This is your
no
first
nothing.
Dear John letter, by the way. You
And
know
it was
that, right?
October 29th. Yeah, it was the Dear Allie letter.
So
yeah.
you got a dear one from Kazacek one time. You read it on
Absolutely.
air, and that's just.
It crushed me, man. This is,
So being crushed, I mean, it really was. I was like, wow, what is this all about? So, I called Kay Kohler and I can't get any answers. The only thing that I did hear was that Mr. Tom Ward, who is on Ray Carroll's staff down in Green Valley, went in and raised a ruckus about me being down there speaking, and basically forced them to make sure that I didn't speak down there. And then to make the story even more interesting, I was scheduled last week, November 15th, to speak at the Quail Creek Club,
I remember that.
which is another Republican club down in Green Valley. They're great people down there. I'm not bashing the people in Green Valley. It's another club, and I get a phone call from the president of that club saying, Allie, we understand that you've canceled your appearance. And I'm like, excuse me? Tom Ward, Ray Carroll staff member, made the phone call to the club and said, Allie will not be speaking on November 15th. And Carolyn Cox also called and said Allie isn't speaking on November 15th. So I get a phone call from my staff. They're like hysterical, going, wait a minute, did you cancel this? We're just a few days away. And I could understand them being upset. And I said, no. So we got it straightened out. I went down. We did, we had a great event down there. They're very, I love those people in Green Valley. And everything went well, except for, one of Ray's people down there kind of got a little out of hand, but we took care of that really quickly. But this, imagine this, the irony,
Yeah.
debunk the myth of the Republican war on women. And I don't think it's all Republicans. It is definitely the Green Valley Sarita Club board members have a war on women, obviously. And
Well, maybe we should have them come on and explain why this decision
we're
was
going
made, because
to.
that would be even better. to
Richard
find-
Newman,
Yeah, what's
and
behind
Tom
this?
Ward. Why are you making phone calls, canceling my appearances?
So
this just blew me
again,
away.
you don't have to say a word to this. Basically, Green Valley has been, this has been Ray's stronghold, and Ray has made it pretty much well known. He's not a big Allie Miller fan, and to see Mr. Ward make such phone calls is not very surprising. So maybe we'll have Mr. Ward on. Maybe he can explain why he's making phone calls.
That would be great. And the thing of it is end of the day, there are certain Republicans who are uncomfortable with the fact that I've been elected to this office from the establishment.
Sure.
And that's all fine and good. I'm going to stay focused. I'm going to keep my head down. I'm working for the public. I am not working for any party. I am trying to get things done, and that's my focus. And so this is just all noise, but it was rather ironic that,
But yet you
debunking-
understand the role of the party. You helped on Ben's campaign. You're out there doing your best to
Absolutely.
help other
I
folks
made
get
phone
elected
calls
for right.
and
Isn't this the classic debate between country club Republican and kind of the folks that are conservative and trying to change the way things have been running for such a long time? Isn't this the classic, whether it's happening with Ted Cruz nationally or the country club Republicans that are in
Of
power?
course,
that
we have a
wanna
guy
let
named
go?
Reince, for God's sake, who runs the place. But we talked about ruts in the first hour. Okay, these people are just suffocating in the rut right now. No matter what happens. So, Joe, let's
What
go.
am I pointing at up here?
Scoreboard.
Scoreboard. Look
Yep.
at how you've been doing for 25 years, guys. How
So-
many offices do we hold? How many voters do we get? How many? What's the mark? What's the market look
Let's
like?
go to the most recent disgusting scoreboard.
Right.
In the Ben Bueller-Garcia Pollock city races, how many ballots were mailed out to Republicans, Joe Higgins?
52,000.
And how many actually were returned?
Was it 20,000?
20,000 even-ish.
So 30,000 people didn't vote. Whose job is it to get the voters out?
GOP. All right. So again, and think about it. If we really were a team, okay, I know you were out there for Ben going out there. What
Yes.
other elected Republicans were out there for Ben? All right.
I'm sure there were others. I
I don't
know.
see anybody going out there and we're out there on a consistent basis saying Ben, 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 Ben. All right, and those are maybe the other supervisor out there and other different things out there, and some state people did not come out and help Ben. Well, there's no organization, there's no other senior people in the party that can even make that happen.
So are we rather live in purgatory or rule hell? How's that? What's that statement?
It's the Christy Simone. There are those who would rather help rule purgatory than help anyone get to paradise.
Yeah, it is really sad. This, that we're worried about fighting against an individual that you may not agree with all the things I do, but that's okay. We're still all within the party.
And
but
you're asking the right questions. That's what I mean.
And
that's
then
why
to-
you're getting the flack, because
and-
you're right over it. You're
right.
getting it.
And the attacks are coming from both sides, which is pathetic.
Interesting.
790. Actually, we got to go pay phone. We got to pay some bills. 7:18 in the morning. Everyone, hold on with your phone calls. We'll get to you. 790-2040 is the phone number. Herbie will be here before the end of the hour to do some holiday movies and Thanksgiving stuff to send